We gotta get off this boat.
Oh, you want to get off the boat? Then what we gonna do, huh? We gonna take our furs and sit out there amongst the reed like a bunch of goddamn ducks?
The only safe thing to do is track a new course back up on land. Till I reach the trip.
Let them flunk back down there where they can get eyes on us.
They got eyes on you right now, son. What I'm saying is we stay on the boat. Chart a course forward to fort. And taking chances on the water.
Glass knows this territory better than the rest of us put together. It's his job to get us home safe.
Get us home safe?
Yeah.
I need I remind you, we already lost 32 men.
33 now. They were my men, Fitzgerald. I know how many I lost. You do like Glass says, that's the end of it.
Welcome back to our Humble San Diego podcast. I'm your host, The Swan, and alongside me tonight we have one of my best friends and the woman behind House of Shar, Susie Soto's in the studio tonight. What's up?
Gang, gang.
Do you want to tell everybody about your shop real quick?
Yeah. I don't know. Am I allowed to cuss on your show?
Yes.
I make a lot of shit. That's basically it. I like to make a lot of shit that kind of fuels my inner child. Probably just a bunch of shit that I could never have when I was a kid. So I make everything from resin to sewing stuff like face masks and key fobs and makeup pouches and all that good shit. Just a bunch of characters and colors from when I was a kid. That's mostly it. In a nutshell, I guess.
Very nice. Do you want to drop your Instagram handle?
And now that I think about it, do I even know my Instagram handle? It's at house, like ha, us, of char. Because a lot of people think that it's Shar as in SH. And then I think it's underscore. I think. But, I guess we'll see.
Or they think it's House of Char?
They always think that it's House of Char. Like Charmander.
It's House of Shar altogether underscore.
Because I don't.
Well, thank you for joining us. This is like only the second episode you've ever done. You did an episode with me and Chris for 7 years ago. And you were very quiet.
That was 7 years ago?
No, 7. We did the movie 7.
Oh, I'm dumb. Which is a great movie.
That was probably like 2018, something like that.
That was forever ago. But, I don't know. That just proves that I'm awkward as hell.
Yeah, you were very way quieter than I thought. You're like, there's an actual structure to the show.
Well, I don't know shit, man. Plus, Chris talks a lot. He talks enough for both of us.
Shout out to Chris Pollock, who will be back next week.
Really? What are you guys doing? Am I blowing like the...
Yeah, the cover.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll find out.
But anyway, so this is episode 254, The Song of Hugh Glass, where we will be discussing everything there is to chat about for director Alejandro G. Inarritu's The Revenant. But first, let's get started with some of our usual warm-up segments.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
First up is pop culture news. I know you were confused about what this segment means.
Totally.
But do you have anything?
Well, you did say that I could kind of just like touch base on anything in general that is news.
Yes.
So I'm going to be that person that's going to say go onto USPS.com and get your free at-home COVID test kits. You get 4 per residential address. So get those, so then that way you have that coverage, I guess. And aren't trying to rush to a store and get them super last minute. Like somebody I don't know. But What about you? What do you got? Educate me, direct me, director.
I have three things. It's basically just normal pop culture news, but the first one is the newest installment in the Scream franchise has cleared $34 million in its opening holiday weekend. Not too shabby for having been made for just $24 million. So they've already made their money back in just their opening weekend.
Jesus Christ, your dick got so hard, didn't it?
Well, certain movies that came out last year really didn't do well. And it's always up or down whether a rated R movie is going to have people come out. You know what I mean? I know the newest Halloween did well, but there has been the box office has been up and down. So I was kind of scared if the fans were going to come out and support this, but I'm glad they are.
Were the reviews better for Scream than they were for Halloween?
So far, as of right now, yes. Scream is certified fresh on Rotten. I think it still can go down, and Halloween Kills is now at like a 40% on Rotten. Okay. And it started off fresh, and that didn't last. But yeah.
I wouldn't be able to give you my opinion because I didn't watch either one.
Yeah, not yet. Moving on to one of your favorite franchises, Matrix Resurrections. Opened in China recently as well, and still tanked, only bringing in about 7.5 million, which was even weaker than its domestic opening over here. Resurrections was the final Warner Brothers film planned for both a simultaneous theatrical and digital release, which could be a big factor in why it didn't do so hot. Also, piracy and bad word of mouth.
All I hear is excuses. All I hear is excuses.
I mean,
I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like in your comment section, like talking shit, like, fuck her, The Matrix is fucking great. And I will fight everybody because I don't give a fuck. But
well, for what it's worth, I feel like a lot of people weren't digging this new movie because it wasn't what the fanboys wanted, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't the direction that they thought we were going to go.
Which is Keanu Reeves still sucking at acting.
I don't know. We've already talked about Matrix Resurrections on the best of. It could have been better, but I didn't think it was bad. And yeah, that's it for Resurrections. In my last piece of news, a brand new Moon Knight trailer has officially dropped, and it's starring the great Oscar Isaac.
Hell yeah!
And that's going to be a new series on Disney Plus.
They were saying something about his accent, because he has like a British accent in that, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
See how talented he is.
And you said he's from what, Chile?
Oh, is he Chileño? I think he's from Guatemala. One of those two.
It's pretty cool that I feel like these more big actors are getting into the Marvel universe, kind of, because you've got Christian Bale is going to be in the next Thor film.
Really?
Which is, yeah, super random, but pretty cool. And then you were saying there's a Bob's Burgers movie. Is it made for TV movie, or?
I don't know. I didn't even fully. Clearly, I didn't do my homework, but yeah, it's like an actual movie, like a Bob's Burgers movie.
Or is this like them saying goodbye to this series and they're gonna do a movie because they're planning on stopping the show?
I hope not. I think it's pretty funny.
To piggyback off of that, did you hear about the revival of King of the Hill?
No.
Coming back?
No.
Yeah.
Did you actually watch King of the Hill?
Not as... I never liked King of the Hill as much as I liked Beavis and Butthead, but I did watch King of the Hill because I remember when I was younger, we didn't have cable until I was like maybe 13.
Yeah.
So King of the Hill was, like The Simpsons, available to watch if you didn't have cable. So, of course, I watched it. And I like Mike Judge a lot, so...
It's a decent show. For us poor kids. Ethan Hawke is in Moon Knight?
Yes, he's the bad guy.
Damn. You're right. They are doing, like, big names.
Ethan Hawke actually has a horror movie coming out in the next couple months called Black Phone, where he's also a bad guy. I like how now that he's getting older, he's like, fuck it.
He's like, I gotta make the fucking good movies. Not like Robert De Niro and get the grandpa roles.
Oh, man.
I'm just kidding. I love Robert De Niro.
Are you talking to me?
I'm walking over here.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
So we'll jump into our weekly recommendations then. Have you watched anything that made a big enough impression on you to mention it on the show?
I am a workaholic, so I'm going to say no. Because a lot of what I watch is like reruns of 2020 because I'm a psychopath. And that's somehow soothing to me.
Okay.
But there is something that I really want to watch, and it might sound biased, but I've heard really good things about it. It's that Scenes from a Marriage?
Which is also Oscar Isaac.
Exactly.
And Jessica
Chastain?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard really good things about that show.
I have yet to watch that, but it's on, you said HBO, right?
I believe it's on HBO, yeah. No, I honestly, the most random thing is that the last movie I think that I watched was, or the last 3 movies that I've seen were kind of either in passing, was Scarface, Casino, and Overboard. Have you ever seen Overboard?
Is that with Kurt Russell?
And Goldie Hawn? That's what I fucking watched. And like, I was like addicted to it for like the whole time. I don't even know why.
I don't remember that. Is that a good movie?
It's decent. It's like a super 80s movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean...
That's funny. Did you watch all of Casino? It was on TV?
It was on TV, yeah. And I didn't... Like, I think the last time that I saw Casino, I didn't fully realize how gruesome it is.
Yeah.
When he's like trying to squeeze that guy's head.
He's like, you made me pop your fucking eye out for Bobby whatever.
And I was like, oh man, I don't really know that I want to see Joe Pesci like having sex.
It's a pretty rough watch, but I think that might be my favorite Scorsese film.
It's really great though.
Don't you ever go over my fucking head again, you motherfucker, you.
And he just like walks away, motherfucker.
I just had, again, I work a lot, so I'm not at home to really watch too much, but I did go out to support the new Scream movie, of course, so
Twice.
I wanted to throw that out. Yes, I've seen it twice already. Had to go opening night, so I didn't get, shitty people on the internet ruining anything for me.
Did you like it more the second time?
Yes, because, and you won't get any spoilers from me, especially on the show, but once you know who the killers are, the movie becomes different. You watch the movie through like a different lens,
Okay.
kind of, and you get to analyze and see what these, what these people are doing now that you know how it plays out,
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I find that pretty fascinating, but it's a great film.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes you will sweet talk horror movies and I'll be like, damn, I want to watch that. But now I'm scared ever since The Game. Because you...
The Game isn't a horror movie.
I don't care. You guys hyped that shit up. And I was like yelling at you. Because I was so angry with how it ended. So now our trust is forever broken.
It is what it is. I can't really argue that, but I really like the new Scream movie. It's the first installment since Wes Craven's passing. I think he passed away in 2015. Scream 4 was the last film I think he ever did. So it's a dual directors. They go by Radio Silence. I feel like they had a lot of expectations from fans, and they seem to have met them so far. This new one does have its haters, but I feel like the good outweighs the bad so far. So we'll see how things fare, but it's looking good for them, both money wise and word of mouth is pretty good right now. So
Did Chris watch it?
I haven't talked